I just feel like it's brought me, I've always been spiritual, I've always had a very strong faith, but this experience kind of wraps it all together in this like really great package that consists of new friends and, you know, generations of women. I love that it's, you know, it's women who are the matriarchs of the team, and then we have our peers, and then there's some younger and a little older, and it's just this great mix.
It was an excellent opportunity to get to know some guys in a way I wouldn't have got to know them. I also got to know myself a little bit, and I think the benefits of that are being played out now. And I think it's helping me in a lot of ways, and getting a deeper relationship with God and a deeper relationship with Jesus, and starting to live my faith, and I think that's a good thing.
It's people, it's all ages, it's all different types of people.
I would say C.R.H.P is a retreat of Catholic men in the parish, and it's a great opportunity to share your faith with other men and to enjoy Christian fellowship, meet new people in the parish, and start to develop friendships in the parish through C.R.H.P. But it's really a great way to renew your faith. It gave me an opportunity to meet people in a format that encouraged honesty and encouraged discussions, and it was a great way to meet people, and it was really inspiring to see just the quality of people at St. Barnabas and the quality of people that were doing the C.R.H.P. retreat. It was I just got a lot out of that, just alone meeting the people and hearing what they have done with their lives and what their plans are, and how God's worked in their lives.
I did C.R.H.P. back in October, and I have to say it was wow. That's the word that best describes it. It was incredible. So it was great. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience.
To me, it was an opportunity to take a break from everyday life and reconnect with my faith.
The short amount of time that you're there, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of magical, you know.
I had just a tremendous experience with C.R.H.P. It's not something that I would have ever expected to have wanted to do. To be honest, a neighbor asked me to go, and I kind of went kicking and screaming. I couldn't figure out a way to get out of it. And I have to say, I really enjoyed it. I made a lot of great friends. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot more rewarding than I ever dreamed it would be. I would do it again in a heartbeat, and I hope more people continue to sign up for it. It's a great thing for the parish and for each of us to do.
I'm an extrovert and he's an introvert, and we took Myers-Briggs, and we're almost complete opposites, and we both found so much in the C.R.H.P. experience. So Joseph obviously found things that I didn't, and that he didn't. So I think there's something there for everyone.
All the ladies who shared their witness were able to just help me to see Jesus in action. You know, God helping people through the ups and downs of a normal life. Every person who talked, there was something about their story that I could say, gosh, I've been through that. Or, you know, yeah, I remember going through something like that, or knowing somebody that went through something like that. And it made me feel just a part of a community, just that I'm not the only one, that I have experiences just like a lot of other people.
C.R.H.P. has been a way to get back, a way to put priority in my life again, besides the hustle and bustle of our children, our work, our families. It kind of gets you recentered. The actual C.R.H.P. weekend retreat is a Saturday-Sunday event. It's a time where you come in the morning and you have coffee, and you begin to wonder, oh gee, why am I really here? And then as the weekend goes on, you kind of get altered, because you're hearing people talk about things and about their experiences and about their life and their relationship with God that you don't hear at work, you don't hear on the street, and sometimes you don't even hear it in church. But here you hear it. People are honest and open. And this weekend is kind of like a time to let everything down and reprioritize.
You know, I'd always heard, actually my husband says this, he said, you know, you're never, when you're on your deathbed, you're never going to say, I wish I spent more time, you know, at work, or I wish I spent more time making money, because that stuff's not coming with you. But at the end, it's just you and God. And, you know, and I thought, you know, it's so true. I mean, really, all of those other things are not going to be nearly as important as your faith. And if you can't take time to renew your faith, which is, I think, really what CHRP did for me, then I just think that then we have to really rethink, what are we doing? You know, why are we saying we're Catholic? Why are we going to church? So for me, that was a big part of CHRP that I got out of it. I felt very reconnected.
I was the person, like many of us, who are time-starved, who thought, no way, there's no way I can dedicate an entire weekend.
Tell you what, my own view is it's the same with CHRP or anything else. You know what? There's never a perfect time. You know, we all have kids, we all have jobs, we all have lives to lead. There's never a perfect time. So my advice would be, and my suggestion would be, take a chance. Just dive in. Just dive into it, and you'll get a lot out of it.
As far as spending the time, I think that I'm important enough to spend some time on, and I believe that anybody who would spend time on CHRP should feel that they're more important than all their little commitments that they have to do. To actually spend time just on yourself and on your relationship with God, and time with getting to know people in your community is more important, in my eyes at least, than any other commitment that I would have given up to do this.
It's not like you don't sit around, it's not like kumbaya, you sing kumbaya and you spill your guts and you tell your deepest, darkest, you know, feelings. It's not that. It's not about anything else really but you. It's not about who you're going with. It's not, oh, are you going? Okay, if you go, I'm going to go. Or it's, you just go. You feel it. If you feel it in that the time is right for you, and you go. And that's one of the great things about it, is you don't know who's going to be there. And then you meet all these people, and it's, you know, it's amazing.
It's not cliquey. It is not judgmental. I was amazed at how these guys that we became so close, and they talked about the problems in their lives. You know, I know this was a concern with a lot of guys that I went and I talked to about this CHRP weekend. And I know that a lot of guys said, oh, you know, Bill, I just don't have the time. Or I think that's a little bit more. I think that's the kind of a smokescreen a little bit. I think if you really make the time, you really love it and you really appreciate it. I think what a lot of guys are afraid of, like, you know, I don't want people to know my life. Again, I don't think, you know, I don't want to put my life in the Beverly Review.
CHRP is not a secret society. It's not a cult. It's not a holy roller, Bible thumping, born again, you know.
It's self-discovery. It's not beat yourself up.
Let me tell you about what CHRP is not, and this took me a little bit of time to get my arms around a little bit as well. It is not this, you know, super religious, Roman Catholic, dogmatic thing, you know, with His Holiness up there, right? How you doing? This is not what it's about. It's a bunch of guys together exploring themselves a little bit. Do you see God? I don't know, but I will tell you this: when we all had Mass together, there were 20 or so of us all singing "Amazing Grace." And let me tell you, if you don't see God with 20 men singing "Amazing Grace," you're not going to see it.
And what I learned was, you know, through these men, was, wow, my deep relationship with God has really grown, listening to their trials and tribulations and how they've gotten through things, and how I can, you know, I have the courage now to get through things. And I felt, like I said, I feel more confident and more, I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, it was the confidence that came out of CHRP.
After I left, I felt energized. It was amazing. I was on cloud 9.
Actually, when I talked to some of my CHRP sisters after the fact, I said, you know, it's kind of, we can even coin the term and use the word CHRP as a verb. I said, I don't know how to explain it, but I was on this high for a couple weeks, and I said, I think I've been chirped. You know, we Google this, I was chirped, and that was it. It just pushes you through, and it held me up, and it really was powerful in a really cool way.